Hello. Welcome to day 3. We are here. Oh my God, don't show again. Meeting is being recorded. Oh my God, why isn't it letting me click? What is going on here? Okay. Sorry about that. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Who can tell me where that's from? And in case I don't see you, good night. Um, great movie. Truman Show. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. You guys know the Truman Show. Average age in the group. Um, oh, good morning from New Zealand. That's crazy. Knoxville, Tennessee. You guys are just giving me your age. I love that. We have everything from like 20 to 65. Crazy. Anybody younger or older than 20? 75? Holy. Okay. Well, still waiting for some people to roll in, but you know what? They're not here on time. Should we start without them? What do you guys think? Yeah, why are we waiting for people who aren't on time? Okay, let's go. One thing that I want to mention is if the chat is distracting for you, can you close it? Right? While we're doing the exercise, if the chat is distracting, close it. Um, I know I can close it on my end. I just don't know what your end looks like. Um, so yeah, yeah, that's it. Let me share my screen. We're gonna get into this and oh my God, let's go here. Present. Okay. Guys, you've made it over the hump. It is day 3. You're officially halfway through rank week. Yeah, we feel good. So yesterday, I want to talk about the engagement winner, the person who engaged the most meaningfully, not necessarily the most, but the most meaningfully, and who is helping the most meaningfully. Is that a word? The most meaningful. I was helping the most people in the chat. Um, Yeah. So, does anybody know who it is? It's Dania P. Dania was the runner up yesterday, and they just kept going and kept helping people. That's what I want to see. Dania, yo, what up? Hell yeah, Dania. We got your email address. I'm pretty sure Angela grabbed that. We will be emailing you to get your address, and we're going to be sending you something, right? So, yeah, cover the chat with the post it, guys. Christian's not in the chat today. I don't know where Christian is. Um, so honorable mentions: Tony Landers and Kanishk Shohan. Am I saying that right? Congrats, guys. You're amazing, right? You're helping other people out, and that's what we do. All ships rise with the tide. I absolutely love it. So, and I want you to remember there is another bonus coming at the end of this session. So, everybody who stays to the end is going to get that link. And it is how to get and find backlinks for free. I made a little tutorial for you guys this morning, so this does not get any fresher than that, than actually rank week. Okay, so let's dive into things. Yesterday was tough. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was tough. There were some big issues, right? A lot of you expressed a version of this. Too fast, but great info. Who feels like that? Frustrated. Some people were saying it was easy, kind of. I don't. It was good, confusing, a bit fast. A lot of people at the right pace. Okay. I did send out a step-by-step tutorial because over everything, I am here to serve you. I'm here to help you get through this. So I spent time yesterday making a written tutorial, which was emailed out, but Angela and Renan can also post it in the chat. It's step by step. It's everything we covered yesterday, and there's a bonus tutorial in that as well from yesterday embedded in there. So if you feel behind, you can watch today. And if you weren't able to get your spreadsheet done yesterday, you can go read through all of that or watch the replay. So yeah, Angela's sharing it in there. And Tony is also sharing it. Love that. Thank you, Tony. Um, so I heard you, right? I told you guys this is like a very interactive thing. It is not on Monday. I'm like, we're launching this. Here's everything that I have. we're just doing this and I'm just like, brute forcing it down your throats. I'm here. I hear you. I slowed things down a little bit today. You guys got this. So, this is what I was talking about, the step-by-step written tutorial with screenshots for yesterday. You can grab that there. Um, if it is if you can't click the link for some reason, screenshot this, save this for later. I'm going to warn you though, this is going to be gone after rank week, so take a screenshot, download it, do whatever you want. It's not going to be there. And yes, we're not going to go too slow today, but it's going to be a lot easier. Okay? So, again, day 2 is the hardest day, and that overwhelm that you're feeling, I know I talked about this yesterday, but it's growth. It's not failure, it is growth, right? You can't grow without discomfort. You can't grow without a little bit of, I'm not sure what to do, right? Jen had the perfect comment yesterday. Being overwhelmed is growth happening. Be kind to yourself, rewatch, and the speed will come. Thank you for that comment, Jen. That absolutely encapsulates, is that the right word? Everything that I was talking about yesterday. So another thing I want to mention, Angela forwarded me some emails from you guys saying, well, my competition's not showing up when I Google the focus keyword, the one that we did yesterday. They're not showing up. Other sites are showing up. And I wanted to make sure that this is clear. The sites showing up on Google for your keyword, for your focus keyword, are your competitors. I don't care if the if your competitor who's right next door isn't showing up on that list. They might be your competitor in real life, but they're not your competitor online, right? Just want to make sure that's clear. Um, the other thing that I saw, some of you were better than your competitors. You had a higher word count, you were using your keyword more times in more relevant places, and you still weren't outranking them. And that's exactly what we're answering today. Who's pumped? I'm like waiting for the chat. It's like a little lag. Okay. I was like, are you guys not into this today? Because we don't have to do this. We could just, you guys can watch me play solitaire on my phone. You want to do that? No? So why does a worse page outrank a better one? Right? Why? This is like my team asks me this sometimes, and I'm like, guys, I take them through this exercise, right? They don't ask me this much anymore because they're like, I know what you're gonna say. Um, so there are a few reasons that we're gonna cover, and we're gonna cover them today, but here's the honest truth. Some of this stuff you're not going to figure out in an hour a day during rank week. You're going to have questions specific to your site, to your industry, to your competitors, to your situation that you're in right now. And that's exactly what I built the insiders for. I just want to be like fully honest and transparent. There's 1,000 people on this call, 1,100 people on this call right now. And I know most of you have questions, and I literally can't answer every question. But on the insiders, in the insiders, there's maybe 20 or 30 people on a call, right? So if there's any insiders here, I know them. I can answer and I can follow up. I'm like ChatGPT. I remember the last thing we talked about, and I can build on that and help you with your site. Um, and there's always help inside the community, even if there's not a call that day, or if you missed the call, or if you just didn't have time to join the call. So this is Tori. She's a newbie asking for handholding. I just want to point out here, 27 comments, right? 27 people responded to Tori, helping her. And this wasn't me and this wasn't my team. This was other insiders members, which is absolutely amazing. That's what I mean. That's why I'm doing these engagement bonuses at the beginning of this, because I want to celebrate the people who are helping others. Whether you join the insiders or not, I don't care. Keep that momentum going. Keep that like kind-heartedness going, right? Help somebody else out. So even if you feel like some of this stuff is over your head, especially the stuff we worked on yesterday, the insiders is exactly where you go because it's over your head, right? A lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm going to wait till I'm ready." But waiting until you're ready means that you're waiting forever because you're never going to be ready. You're never going to take that next step, right? People just like you are doing SEO, ranking, and getting business in the insiders. Look at Jason. He posted this a couple days ago. He is getting mentioned by AI for best choice that doesn't include his brand name. And the article made them, or sorry, um, and an article made from following the plan. So he's literally just showing up to the calls and doing this stuff, guys. Leanne's actually one of the people who runs the website design SEO calls every other Wednesday. She is ranking number one. She got results very, very quickly with that. Bill, he says, this is not a win, but this is accountability. And I think this is a win. He says, as long as I dedicate time, I get to watch his stats improve, or I get to watch my stats improve. That's amazing. That's what the Insiders is all about. So, my question for you, and I'm going to open up the chat. Are you ready for today? Did I pump you up? Yeah, let's go. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to mention is today we're analyzing your competitor gap. So we're building off of what we did yesterday. And we need to figure out why they rank and you don't. Don't worry. I have a prompt for you that does like all the heavy lifting. We're not going back and forth and doing all this shit today, guys. We're sticking. Uh, oh, somebody's 54 today. Happy birthday. We are not jumping around today. So the first thing I want you to do, I'm going to give you exactly 1 minute to do this. Go and open up your audit spreadsheet from yesterday. I'm legitimately setting a timer on my phone right now. Look, 1 minute starts now. Cool. Open that up. I like having the timers here because it gives me a second to take a drink of water so I don't lose my voice towards the end of this call. Got about 30 seconds left. I feel like Jeff Probst from Survivors. Anybody watch Survivor here? I'm like, 30 seconds until you change positions, till you move farther down the bench or farther down the thing. Uh, yeah, I love Survivor. My coach was on Survivor. It wasn't coach, was it? Um, you can use, if you did the spreadsheet in March, it is the same one in March. So you can use that for sure if you're just showing up late. White Lotus. Yeah, what is it? What's the name? Mike White. Okay. So everybody should have, you're a little bit late. The timer just went off. Everybody should have their spreadsheet open. And if you don't, I'm sorry, we're going slow, but we can't go that slow. Now I want you to open ChatGPT. Tell me once you've opened ChatGPT. So you should have two tabs open or two windows open on your computer, one with each of those. Cool. I'm going to give you another minute to do this. Look, countdown timer's going. 55 seconds remain. All right, take another sip of water. You can use Claude. You can use whatever LLM you want. Ready, 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 ready. When you're ready, let me know in the chat. My favorite LLM right now is Claude for, I would say, most stuff. I use a lot of Claude Code, but ChatGPT, I will say, is still the king of image generation. So good. So good. Okay, we got about 15 seconds left. I'm gonna sneeze, guys. Achoo! Oh, there we go. Got that out. Thank you for all the bless yous. Time is up. ChatGPT is open. You got your spreadsheet open. So Angela is going to share this prompt in the chat, or you can go to heytony.ca/prompts, and that will give you this exact prompt. If you want to screenshot this, you can do that as well. Do not type this out. Go to heytony.ca/prompts, and you will grab that. Yeah, and Angela and Renan are pasting that in the chat. Right? They're spamming it for you guys. Yeah, this prompt is too long to paste into the chat, guys. Okay, so I want you to grab that prompt. Okay. So it's in the chat. Paste it into ChatGPT and press enter. You don't need to put any input into it yet. I learned from my mistakes yesterday. I made things a little bit too complicated. You can copy it from Jesse. You can copy it from the link right above your comment that Renan posted. Cool. So once you've pressed enter, let me know in the chat. This is starting fresh, Mike. Okay. A lot of you are done. Fantastic. Meryl is asking for the prompt. Angela, Renan, can you guys please share the prompt still, or still again, please, the link. So once you've pressed enter, I want you to copy your spreadsheet. So this is what a complete spreadsheet looks like. You can see it like on column B here, like the H2 tags are getting cut off or it's going into the other one. That's fine. Just copy all of these. So you should have until row, I think it's row E, if you're doing three competitors. You're going to copy all of that and just paste it into the same conversation in chat or Claude or whatever. If you have one with NAs, you can paste that too. So the chat should be quiet right now because you can upload it. Yeah, try uploading a file. So what this is doing, if chat or Claude or whatever can crawl these sites, it will crawl the sites and get you more information. Yes, you press enter. It's thinking hard. Yeah. We're given it a task right now to do. So if ChatGPT is saying high level observation, your page is the strongest commercial page so far, challenge it. Say, why? Why aren't I ranking number one then? Right? Yeah, it pasted in text. That's totally fine. Like it'll look like garbled. Um, yeah, so here's what you're gonna do. It'll look garbled. Like it'll just look like a whole bunch of information. It doesn't matter. We're gonna let chat format it. Um, yeah. So William, you can find the spreadsheet in the prompts, the same prompts link that we have here, heytony.ca/prompts. That has everything we've done this week. If you scroll down, you could find the spreadsheet. Yeah. Thank you, Tamara, for sharing the link as well. Um, so yeah, so if ChatGPT says, like Angelina is saying, I can only analyze the data you provided. I cannot reliably see the live content from those URLs without opening them separately, so I won't assume anything uh, not visible in the audit. Yeah, that's totally fine. If Chat or Claude can crawl those sites, that is a bonus. That's not necessarily mandatory. Yeah. So this is what you guys are going to do. You can take a screenshot of this. It's going to be in the replay. I just had a mini panic attack because I thought I was like, did I hit record? Yes, I did hit record. This is being recorded. Um, if your competitor's sites are blocked, that means that they are blocking AI from crawling their sites, or they're blocking bots from crawling their sites, which is good news for you because if AI can't crawl it, they can't rank it. They can't recommend them, right? So the output that it gave you tells you why you're not ranking and they're outranking you. Yeah. So, okay, this is a really good. Hold on. I need to stop here because this comment is really, really good. Sarah from Pompeii, UK is saying, Claude said I wasn't comparing apples with apples. Mine is a product page and the others were collections. That they were the first search term though. So, one thing I want to talk about, we touched a little bit about this on day one, is intent. So when people are going to Google, they're typing in that keyword, the type of page that pops up that is ranking for that keyword is probably the type of page that you want to rank. So as Sarah's saying, she has a product page and Google's ranking collection pages, right? in my opinion, what I would do is I would go, okay, well, Google wants to see a collection page. I'm going to optimize my collection page for that keyword rather than that product page, right? So I think you go purposely fast in this session and don't give out all the prompts and steps prior. I did. I'm forced to sign up for the insiders. I am not doing that. Look, you know what? I'm going to go back. How about that, Rick? Huh? Open ChatGPT. Paste in this prompt. There's the prompts, right? The reason I don't give you everything prior is because I show you how to do this on the training, right? The prompts are there. If you look a couple hours before tomorrow, there's going to be another prompt there for you, right? You can definitely get ahead. It's live. I'm giving you everything that you need, right? Um, yeah. So this is everything you do. Again, you can screenshot this, you can do this later, but now you know why they are outranking you. You have actionable next steps that you can take on your website to optimize that specific page. How do you guys feel about this? Yeah, helpful, amazing. Hey, did I tell you today was going to be easy or not? I love seeing the comments here. Right? So like guys, SEO gets easier as you go, and I purposely designed Rank Week to emulate that as well. Once you know the basics, once you understand the stuff, once you've completed and gotten through the overwhelm and the frustration and the not knowing, it gets easier and easier. So every single day gets easier, guys. I'm telling you this right now. Tomorrow, holy shit, you're gonna have an easy day. And on Friday, when we do our 30-day SEO plan, it is going to be even easier. I've done most of this stuff for you already. Let's see here. What did Diana say? It's not only great to use now, but it becomes clear how you can use this going forward. Absolutely. You can use this on other pages on your site as well. Obviously, during Rank Week, we're focusing on one page at a time, right? So, what your competitors are doing is something that Google likes, right? Even if you have a better page than them, or you think you have a better page, Google is doing, or your competitors are doing something that Google likes. So what we're doing is we need to mirror that and slightly outdo them, which is why we're auditing what your competitors are doing, what you're doing, and we're using this prompt in chat or Claude or whatever to give us a little bit more information, right? So let me go back here. How do you guys feel about today? Right? That's the lesson, by the way. You guys did a bunch of SEO. You can go implement that later today on your website, read through it, look at that stuff. We still have the bonus that is coming out today. That's all. We're gonna do a Q&A. It's gonna be a little bit of a longer Q&A today. So when I tell you, put your hands up, and I'm gonna choose people at random. We're gonna go through that. And while you're listening to the Q&A, feel free to work in the background implementing some of this stuff on your website. Um, yeah. So with that being said, I want to quickly just talk about the insiders, which Angela and Renan are going to be sharing a link. So weekly calls, 20 to 30 people. Obviously, when a lot of people join from Rank Week, there's slightly more people on the call. But as people get their questions answered, they don't need to show up to every call. And I'm actually separating the this group from the existing group in terms of calls initially just so I can service you. So I'm doing double the work for you guys to make sure that your questions actually get answered. I already mentioned the community that's always there, not just 1 hour a week or this week, 1 hour a day. Accountability every single week. We talked about, oh my God, I forget his name, Phil. He has accountability because he shows up to the calls every week, just one call, and he gets shit done, right? He gets shit done on his site and he makes progress every single week. So, htinsiders.com/register. They are sharing the link in there for anybody who wants to join. Highly recommend if you want to take SEO seriously and not have overwhelm and not spend too much time on it. So, with that being said, Any questions in the chat about the insiders specifically? Because I'm gonna get to the bonus in a sec, but I want to make sure that your that link is still there for you guys. So click the link. You can see everything about the cost. You can see everything that is included. How often do doors open on the insiders? Can't join right now, but definitely interested. Laura, doors don't open that often. I've done it. This is my second time this year opening the doors, and I'm not sure when it's going to align for me to open them again. So doors are open until Friday at midnight Eastern. Do you do calls any other day but Monday? I do a call on Friday as well. But there are 2 to 3 other calls per week, depending on the week, and you don't have to join all of them. That's the thing. Like, my job is to help you rank, to help you make progress, to help you understand this stuff, and to help you get results. You don't have to join every single call. In fact, you shouldn't join every single call. I don't want you to. But there's certain calls if you have a question about technical SEO or local SEO or e-commerce, or you want to show up to a work session with me, or you just have questions, we have specific calls for all of that. So join the calls that are relevant to you that week, that month, whatever. Um, do you cover local SEO in particular? Absolutely. Um, Beautiful work, Matt. Super grateful. Love the insights from the prompt. Can you upgrade from monthly to yearly? Yeah, I think you can email Angela at support@heytony.ca and she can arrange that for you. Uh, Insiders here, lots of people ask about how to find keywords to begin with. Tori, that's a great question. So, how do you find keywords to begin with? Um, I'm just trying to I'm trying to do this as simple as possible and like the freest way as possible. So, what we did on Monday, like that question is a keyword, right? So, we are not necessarily doing the traditional keyword research, at least not during rank week and not when we're doing blog posts. When we want to do keyword research, those would be for a money page, for example, right? We want to know the keyword that people are using or the variations that they're using. But I think where we're going is keywords are not as important as they used to be, like especially the variations of the keywords because Google and AI are picking that up. Can I join in a couple months instead of now? No, because we won't be open in a couple months. I like to take groups in at a time and we all make progress together. We're all working on the same thing and we're all progressing at the same rate. Um, who is Tony? There's no Tony. What day and time do the insiders meet? Um, I think the only day we don't have a call is Tuesdays, and it's every other Wednesday there's a call, and it's at 10 a.m. Eastern. But because we have a second group coming in, I'm going to add another call probably at like 11 a.m. Eastern, something like that. Um, will all of this be available later for us to use at the prompt, etc.? Just save it, right? Like I'm going to take that page down that has all that information, all the prompts for the week. I'm going to take that page down on Friday after the call. Right. So unless you got the lifetime upgrade or unless you're in the insiders, you won't have access to that unless you save it. You can save it for free right now, right? You're on the page. Um, yeah. Um, how many calls are there per month? Here or there specific sessions or parts of SEO? There are, I don't know, 3 to 4 calls a week times however many weeks in a month. What is the next gate open for considering joining the next batch, not this one? We're probably looking at like towards the end of the year, possibly. Um, I joined the Insiders in March and it's very valuable. This is Lori. Last week we learned how to issue a press release for our business and dozens of media site at once already, and already Gemini AI was recommending me. Yeah, that was really fun training and a really, really fun, uh, bigger experiment that we did. Do you personally answer questions? Is it Maya? Maya, yes. On Fridays and on Mondays when I do calls, I do answer questions. Specific, like you're on not like a Zoom webinar like we are now where I can't see you. We're all on a Zoom together and you could raise your Zoom hand and I try to get to as many people as I possibly can in that hour, which is usually everybody. Does the Insiders have a calendar feed? Yes, it does, Carrie. Is this all we're doing today? That one prompt? Yeah, Brandon. That is SEO, right? So you can take that information, you can implement it on your site, you can implement it on your page. Um, does Hey Tony offer any type of support for these exercises outside of the webinars? That's all in the insiders. Yeah. After submitting a blog, should I get indexed manually in Google Search Console? You definitely can assume or assume, but if you're doing internal linking properly, you won't have to. Uh, are the calls in the insiders recorded? Every single call is recorded, and they're put in there. You don't have to watch all of them, obviously, but there's a lot of information there. Um, will we rank if it's AEO? So answer engine optimization, absolutely. Everything we're doing is SEO, which AEO is part of SEO. You can't just do AEO. That doesn't make sense. Um, Catherine saying, I have Search Atlas software that I'm willing to give up to join the insiders. I just want to know if we have access to other tools to make it helpful to track keywords, maybe do keyword mapping, etc. That is not something that we have in the insiders, but I do have a tool that I should just give you guys a discount code to use. It's like 30 bucks a month as it is, but I could definitely make it a little bit cheaper for you guys. So let's stay tuned for that. Let me have a think on that because I'm not trying to um, push that stuff. Um, okay. How much is yearly? Click on the link. You can see everything. Um, do you help with creating pages in our back office? I don't know what that means. Have you ever worked with food blogs? I have not, but I have a lot of opinions on them. Why isn't it called Hey Matt? That's I'm gonna save that for Friday. Signed up yesterday. Abby, hell yeah. Introduce yourself in the insiders. I want to see you in there. I want to learn a little bit more about you. Would you be able to help a website for business to business SaaS? Absolutely. I'm business to business, right? Thank you for sharing, Tamara, the prompts. Tamara, you want to win the engagement award today. I can tell. The helpfulness award. Um, Okay, so there's a lot of things in here. Yes, we do talk about keyword research, how to do it. I'm going to be updating some of these videos as well because I was using SEMrush and I'm not really using SEMrush anymore because it is way too expensive. They just got bought out by Adobe. There's horror stories of people trying to cancel and still getting charged anyways. Um, am I limited if I only have a landing page? You should have more than one page on your website. In fact, you need it if you want to rank. Um, Let's see here. I'm afraid to join because the pace is way too fast. Beta, was that is Beta Harwood? The pace is a lot slower in the insiders, and I can take time with you guys. Yeah. Tony, Tony. All right. Okay. So they've shared the link. If you want to sign up, they will continue sharing the link in a moment. But let's get to the bonus for today. Anybody who's still here, you get it's like a 3 or 4 minute tutorial. I show you how to find, I show you how to find backlinks and get them for free. This is a free tool that I built for you guys to use. Some of you may have already used this, but I made a tutorial for you. Um, you can grab that. They're going to share the link in the chat. Angela and Renan are going to share it in a sec. So if you're watching the replay, I'm sorry, this is a live only bonus. Um, it is a link. Where is it? Do you guys have that link? Are you messaging me on Slack and I just don't see it? Okay, yeah, you see it. It's a YouTube link, guys. So it's on YouTube. You can save that. It's not public. Yeah, Chris Jr. has a point. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for you guys to see the link. Actually, everybody in the chat, just stop commenting in the chat. I want the YouTube link in there from Angela and Renan only. There you go. Okay, so everybody stop what you're doing, click on that link, open it up, save it to a document, bookmark it, do something. Um, okay, hold on. Miroslav is saying, oh, where is it? Um, I just want to say thank you from my heart. Just did it on my, oh my God, where is it? on my 3 pages, and it's absolutely an eye opener. Simple things that you don't think about if you don't know about it. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Matt. Honestly, yeah. So Alex subscribed and gave a thumbs up. Um, Manure. Is that how you say your name? Manure. How do you get the recordings of these? They are in rankweektraining.com. Um, yeah, you get them until the 21st unless you bought the lifetime. Um, okay. So everybody should have that bonus tutorial. Deborah, thank you for sharing that. Uh, Sultan, if you don't stop spamming, could we get the recordings for these webinars? They are in there. But if you don't stop, I will kick you out. Um, okay, sweet. So let's pop some people into the chat here. I'm gonna raise your hand if you have a question. Uh, where are we here? I need to find where all these pop up. Okay, so same rules as the other days. I'm going to invite you as a panelist and stay on mute. And as people come in, um, I'm just choosing people at random here. Okay. Okay. You'll get a notification promoted to panelists. Let's see here. Hi, Tara. Just hold on a sec. I'm still letting people in. I'm just letting random people in. Not random, but like I'm going through the list and kind of randomizing it because there's so many of you. Oop. Okay. We'll start with these people and then I'm going to come back. We're going to do another round because the training was a lot shorter today. So, Ariel, you're right at the top. Insider, killing it. How are you?
Good, thanks. I'll just tell everybody that everyone's got a lot of questions, and just saying Matt really does an amazing job. It's very different than this in terms of getting attention and all your questions asked. I can vouch as somebody who asks a ton of questions. And even if like Matt can't come, he makes sure there's a replacement. And the group is just super helpful. So my question was, and I wrote it down because I forget things. Um, and if it's too long and stuff, I can ask on Friday.
It's all
But
good.
one of the things I noticed when I went through the ChatGPT, like what it said that I'm doing and my competitors are doing differently, they mentioned like word count. And I know we've talked about how you should be a little bit more than your competitor,
Hmm.
but they have like tons on their homepage. And I'm not sure if I should really be just having it be like a landing page, more directing to the service pages, or it should be an actual service page. I'm a photographer. I do offer multiple type of things. So I'm not sure
Yeah.
like, is it the whole page going to fight itself and I should just be more general?
Yeah. So what I'm looking at is like there might be one or two competitors that have 3,000 words on their page, but the person ranking in third might have 500 words. So don't take what ChatGPT is saying as like the Bible. This is the rule. You have to follow this stuff. If somebody's ranking with 500 words, do 600 words,
Okay. And if
right?
they're
Even if
2000,
you might need just more information. Look at the information that they have on those pages that you're missing, because sometimes I know you don't like talking about price on your website because it depends. But like stuff like that, you can give a range.
yeah. Well, that's not even the things it's telling me. It's more like they're just adding so many like FAQs and like it's telling me I should list multiple locations, which I know is not something we're supposed to do. Is that still
Hmm.
accurate?
Um, in your specific situation, I would say, and also I just want to point out to everybody on here, like I know what Ariel does. I know she's based in Chicago. That's as much as I'll say. And you're a photographer. But yeah, so if you're talking about if they're trying to say add more locations, try doing it without that, right? Or you can mention like different locations that you've shot around the city.
Okay, cool.
Make
And
sense?
I'll go further on Friday. So
Okay.
you can
Love
get
it.
and really like I know he'll get to me. Like that's just how the insiders works and it's really awesome. And like I came to Rank Week because I kind of wasn't so great the past couple weeks and I needed a kick in the butt. And this is an amazing way to do it because there's a lot of information that I don't think you did today last time, but maybe I'm wrong.
I
Uh,
did a different version. I made it a lot easier
right.
today than it was last time.
And I don't even remember doing it in the insiders. So it's just a great time to come back and like all the insiders get to come back to this for free. And math doesn't push you to spend more money. Like here it feels very salesy, and I don't think you've tried to sell us anything within the group. Um, I mean, there's more tools coming out constantly that Matt's creating to make our lives easier. And most of them are included.
Love that. Thank you, Ariel. I'll see you on Friday on the Q&A slash why doesn't it rank call.
Yeah.
Appreciate all the kind words. And yeah, Ariel is definitely not a plant. I just saw her in there. I was like, I want to hear from her because she was like, I'm joining this week. I need a kick in the butt. And
Said that on Monday.
you said that on Monday. Yeah. Like hours before the call. Okay. Thank you, Ariel. I'm going to make sure I get to everybody. Appreciate you and see you on Friday. Gail, what do you got?
Hey there, I just signed up, so I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'm so tired of spending money on SEO people that do jack. So I
Yeah.
feel so much better doing it myself because it's constantly moving. And, what I've seen you provide seems really valuable. So I'm looking at the overview that they gave me on my competitors, and something as simple as renaming a CTA so that it is more aligned with what someone is. I mean, it seems so, their suggestions seem really dumbed down. Are the customers really that dumb
Um,
that you have to go from instead, like my CTA says download a program overview, and the competitors say get your customized cost sheet. So is it really that makes that much of a difference for SEO to do things like that? And same thing with my frequently asked questions are at the bottom.
yep.
They're not at the top. They're not, it's, I know that people's attention span is shorter and shorter by the minute, but, you know, it seems like the design that I did would make sense based upon, how complex my page is.
Yeah. So what the first thing that I want to address is like the button, your CTA, your call to action, the words on your button in case anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about. Um, so that's more like CRO, so that's conversion rate optimization. Oh my God, I'm gonna sneeze. Achoo! Achoo! Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I have my window open because it gets so stuffy in here when I'm like talking and moving around. Um, there's pollen that comes in from outside. Achoo! I might be the only Zoom that you guys have ever been on with this many people where I'm just full out sneezing. Anyways, Gail, so your CTA, the button is conversion rate optimization. I would try it. See what works, see what doesn't work. Phew. I'm fucking dying, guys. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm just gonna do this live. I'm sorry if this is taking a second. I'm gonna take a allergy pill and maybe this will stop. Bear with me here. Okay. Um, test around changing it. Like that's not necessarily going to impact your SEO, unless people are coming to the page and not clicking it at all. So if you're getting people to the page and they're not clicking it and they're going off, fuck's sake. Phew! I am so sorry, guys. This is the worst. If people are coming, let me start from the beginning. If people are coming to your page and they're not clicking on your link and they're not downloading the form or filling out the form or whatever it is, that sends a signal to Google that this person doesn't actually want that thing. Therefore, this other page should rank if other people are going to that site and filling out their form.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. So how do I take, I actually really don't know what spit out of ChatGPT. Like, how do I actually take the information that it's giving me and actually know where I rank in relationship to the competitors I chose? I didn't actually see that in the data that got spit out. Is it somewhere?
So you're like, I'm assuming you're not ranking number one, two, or three.
No, I'm not. Our industry is nuts. Our industry is really, really competitive with major VC money that's basically just completely changed the game of my industry. And I'm rewriting my whole webpage um, to, compete. It's hard.
Yeah. Um, Phew.
You're muted.
Fuck's sakes. Okay.
There you
Thank
are.
you. The thing is, if other people are spending a lot of money, like they're getting venture capital, all that kind of stuff, they're doing a bunch of tests to see what the best click-through rate is, or what the best CTR or CTA, call to action, is, and all that stuff. And they're spending a lot of money on that. So let them spend money and then do something similar to them, but don't
Okay.
copy them flat out. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh. Okay. So there isn't something in the report that we just got that says, you're ranking here, you should be there. Like I don't really even know where we rank.
Um,
I just know we don't show up like we don't show up really at all on Google um at all.
yeah.
And so on chat, I'm definitely getting pulled. I'm definitely getting cited. Um constantly trying to change that so that happens. But like Google, you can't find me at all unless you're specifically looking for the company.
Okay. That is something we're going to dive deeper on, and we're going to do a screen share of your website, and like I will pull up the analytics and I'll tell you where you are.
Great. Thank
Cool.
you. Thank you. It's
Awesome.
worth the insider sign up. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, Gail.
Thanks.
One thing that I want to mention is if you've signed up for the insiders today or this week, the first call is going to be on Monday. Right now, I've blocked off the calendar because I need to make a separate calendar for everybody who's signing up new. Um, so if you don't see a calendar there, it will be there over the weekend. Okay, so thank you, Gail. Let's go to Tara.
Hello.
Is it
Um,
Tara? Tara?
Whatever I call it Tara, but I'm in Ireland, so
Tara.
you can call me whatever you
Okay.
want.
No, I'm going to call you by your name. Tara. Okay. Hello.
So I have a unique position that I seem to be the only one selling what I'm selling
Okay.
so far, because it's but there's a lot of people are kind of not selling the information, but giving information as in here's t tips on how to do this, which I'm pretty poor at yet, but my podcast does it, but just I
Okay.
haven't transferred that into blog. So I need to do day one, which I need to catch up on. So yeah, I'm just is that's the main thing, isn't it? Really, that I need to kind of because ChatGPT says that my page is not really competing with anybody else's yet because there isn't, you know, anything.
Um, it's hard for me to say at this point because I can't see everything. What do you sell? What do you do?
I am an Irish musician.
Okay.
People who are joining Irish music sessions get quite anxious about joining sessions when they're new. And nobody has kind of cornered that market yet about the session etiquette and sessions, Irish music sessions. So that's what the podcast is about, and it's also what my website is about and what I'm selling. So I'm getting lots of hearts. Lovely.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay.
I absolutely love seeing that. Like, yeah, that's great. Um, so there's nobody else in your market? That seems impossible.
Well, you see, most people like when you teach people, you kind of mention it, but there's nobody actually saying, right, these are the root because there's nothing written down yet. There's never really anything. There's kind of bits and pieces. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
selling
so
it.
the thing is, like, if you are basically making your own market, your own niche, you have to somehow tell people to go Google that stuff,
Yeah.
right? If they're not already searching it. So for me, like the way that I would do it is, if you're giving me the situation, I'm like, cool. I'm gonna go into like something like SEMrush or HeyKeywords.com, and I'm going to type in a keyword, like a very broad keyword, like Irish music, and I'm gonna see what the variations are. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, oh, this one is actually more in line with what I do. It might not be exactly. Then I'm gonna search that keyword, and then I'm gonna look at the variations again and see if there's anything that kind of like I'm like going broad and more narrow, more narrow, more narrow. And if you get too narrow, nobody's really searching that, at least not today. that doesn't mean people won't in the future, right? But then part of it is you doing work on your end to make sure that people know what that term is.
Yeah. Yes,
That
absolutely.
makes sense?
Yeah, cool, cool, cool. This is great. I'm so excited. And Ariel was amazing, I think, or Ariel, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely about to press the button on go
Hell
in.
yeah. I
Insider.
mean, if you do, I want to see you there on Monday on the call. And it's not every single day you have to join, but on Monday, we're going to be doing what you missed this Monday. We do
Okay.
something similar on that Monday, but we also share wins and we share a bunch of other stuff as well and do a Q&A.
That's so brilliant. Excited.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for the question. Thank you.
Thank
We'll see you there. Appreciate you. Uh, David, are you there?
Yes,
Hello.
Matt. Hi.
How are you?
How are you doing today? Good, good. I'm the buttons guy. Buttons. I know
Yeah.
you didn't want buttons, but if you change your mind, let us know. We'll send you some buttons.
I have too much stuff. I have way too much stuff in my house. I need to get rid of stuff. Um,
But this is the
but
best 10 bucks I've spent. It's mostly validating. Uh, 20 years ago, back in the day, I was SEO certified, and like I used to be able to keep. Now it's so different. So it's validating, and I thank you for just being cogent and like sober about it because so many of these SEO people like are just it's like behind the back type of stuff and you're not that way and I value that. Um one on joining the group is there a minimum amount of months that you recommend or that like is cool to be?
no, it's like if you're like, oh, I get everything I need out of 1 month or 2 months, great. Like the biggest sticking point with SEO is that people give up. People
Yeah.
stop doing it,
Yeah.
right? And like you've known that from 20 years ago, but um, it's an accountability thing that if you show up every single week, right? And I'm not talking like hours, I'm talking like 1 hour a week. You will
Yes.
make progress on your SEO and you
Yes,
will
I believe
continue
that.
going.
Yeah, I think that, no, I think that's right. Literally, sites that I did like 15 years ago,
Yeah.
up until recently, had still like ranked well.
Yeah.
And so like now to go back to it and realizing like you really do have to use the LLM, the big tools and ChatGPT and all that to keep up. All right, no, very particular question now because I think I want to join, but
Yeah.
particular question. So relative to um like there's so much out there. Some people say listicles and snippets and schema and blah 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 blah. How much of it do you think is on page versus how much you think of it is off page?
Okay, so great question. First of all, let me just say on page for everybody listening, if you don't know what on page is, that is stuff you can control. That's stuff that we did this week, right? You can adjust the text, you can adjust the pictures, you can do all of that stuff. On page is on control, in control, right? Off page is out of control, right? So you can't control that stuff. It's getting backlinks from other sites, which is what the bonus is today, showing you how to get those. So off page is other stuff that you can't necessarily control, like press releases
Press
and links and
releases.
other people mentioning you. You can control some of it a little bit, or at least influence it. So what matters more, or does on page versus off page matter? I think on page is very, very, very important, and off page is very important as well, but not in the same way that it used to be. Yes, backlinks are really great, but LLMs want to see you as a professional or as an expert, right? They want to see your expertise. They want to know that maybe you're publishing a guest post, which is a backlink, or maybe you're being featured on a podcast, or maybe you're being talked about over here, right? So it's grabbing your expertise from all these different places and kind of building a profile for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. And then just one final thing. I'm legally blind. So if I join the group, do you guys feel comfortable with like WCAG access and everything?
I don't actually know. Um,
I mean, I might
uh,
even be able to build some value for you there.
yeah. You know what, David? Can you email Angela support@heytony.ca?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Support at
Yeah.
heytony.ca.
Okay. And what do you want me to say to her?
Um, whatever, what's it?
About WCAG access. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Thank you.
Yeah, so we're using a third party platform. I know the owner of it. If it is not, then I will message him and be like, "Hey, can you get this shit going?"
Well, I got to tell you, most of your stuff now is very accessible.
Oh, great.
It's done well. And as you know, no, really, being the more accessible your site, the better it is for SEO.
Yeah. And like I just want to touch on that as well. Yes, I have an accessibility button on the site where I don't know if it reads to you. Does it read?
Does it do reverse contrast or?
I don't it does all this stuff. But anyways, so when it comes to SEO content, right? We're writing blog posts, sales pages, landing pages, money pages, whatever you want to call them. When we're writing these pages, we want, like David is saying, we want them to be accessible, not only for people who can't see or might need to zoom in 20 times to like read it or different contrast or anything like that. We want people who don't know our lingo of our industry. We want them to be able to understand. So the way that I write my content, and even the way that I wrote my book, Get Found, is for like an eighth grade reading level, like a 12, 13-year-old. I want them, if they can read this, to understand it because the easier it is to understand, the more people will understand it, the less complicated it is, and the more people will make progress or buy your thing or whatever it is.
I think that's right. Yeah, thanks. I
Yeah.
think I'm going to join.
Well, hold on. I don't want you to join if you're not going to be able to get the full value out of it,
Okay.
David.
So email Angela.
Email Angela and like let me figure this out first.
Okay, thanks.
Um, I don't want you wasting money on something that you can't actually use. So thank you, David.
Appreciate
I'll
it.
also be in touch. You know what? I'm gonna take some buttons.
All right, thank you. Appreciate
Sweet.
that.
Okay, so thank you, David. Let's go to Victoria, my friend,
That was
uh,
amazing. Oh
fellow
my
business
gosh.
owner. How did you enjoy this?
I loved it. I love this whole week, Matt. Okay, so three things. Number one, I just got out of the shower. So forgive my like wet hair and I'm not ready. Number two, I wanted to flag something for my fellow ADHDers that are struggling with the chat box. I don't think you've said this yet, Matt, but for anybody who's like, oh my God, the chat's blowing up and I can't. All you do is you go to the little chat button, you hit settings, and you turn off the chat previews, and you can close the chat window. We still see all the
Uh,
hearts, which is fun. Like that's nice. But like having 1,000 chats, I know, there's a lot of people out there that are like, this is too much. We had our group coaching call right after yours yesterday, and a lot of my members are in this week.
oh,
And
amazing.
yeah, it was really cool. And so everybody was like, "Oh my God, the chat!" I was like, "Yeah, you got to go to settings." So I just wanted to highlight that for everyone. And then the third thing I wanted to say is that my sister Jen and I have a cleaning company. We met Matt through our cleaning company because someone we coach about how to start their own cleaning company recommended him. And we followed Matt's advice for a solid year, all of the free stuff that he shares online. We've never actually paid Matt a dime, but he's totally
I
changed.
also gave you a copy of
You
my
did!
book. I
And I
didn't
gave
say
it to
to
my
buy it.
parents. But I have my own copy here now. I did actually buy one copy
You
from
did.
Amazon.
Okay.
So Amazon got the money and you got like $1.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, we followed Matt's advice for a year and it completely transformed our business. So we went from paying between 1 and 3 grand a month on marketing and feeling like morons when it came to SEO to within a year paying $0 on marketing. We're number one in our city. We win all these awards and now we coach other people how to do it. So that's just my little plug for what Matt is saying. He's also a fellow Canadian, so he does have this really nice way about him of not being salesy and schmarmy and gross. Like he's just honest and nice, and that's just good to be around. But my question, Matt, is so now I'm in rank week, not for our cleaning business, but for our coaching business.
Yeah.
So this is for, I've just built the website with Claude. I'm so proud of myself.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
Cleaning company blueprint entirely with Claude Code. And I've pulled all of my Beehive newsletters, some of our YouTube videos, a ton of our content, our plug for our inner circle. So I've like created this finally home base for all the stuff we do. And I only built it a month ago. So now I've got to rank it. And when I did the research yesterday, what I found was all of my competitors on the first page of Google, and I'm talking the whole page, not just the first three.
Yeah.
And my question was, how much does it cost to start a cleaning business? Okay,
Yep.
so that's the most common question. Fair question, and I can answer it easily. Stripe had the first post, Wix had another post. Like it was insane who these huge companies are that are trying to capture that market.
Yep.
By the time I get down to actual coaching companies like ours, we're now on the second page of Google. How much does this matter? Am I just like being finicky, or do I need to take on like Stripe, Slack, Wix? I mean, I can
Um,
do it, Matt. I can do anything now.
I know you
So,
could. So the thing is, like, people aren't just asking how much does it cost to start a cleaning business. They're asking how much does it start to cost to start a cleaning business in Ontario or
mm,
in BC or in Ohio or wherever,
sure.
right?
Yep.
Because there's different rules, there's different regulations, there's different taxes, there's different suppliers, there's different all of this shit. So I'm not saying to do one for every single state or every single province, but find ones where like you can do keyword research, find the, I guess, states or provinces where people are using that in the name of the question. Because where we're
Okay.
getting to now, and like if it's just Ontario, like you could probably dominate Ontario or BC or whatever it is. People are using search engines where they're not just typing how much does it cost to start a cleaning business. They're saying how much does it cost to start a cleaning business in Ontario, and like if I'm running it by myself, what am I going to need to do? Do I need insurance? Do I need all this stuff? And then they're doing that search. So when somebody's searching something like that and you have all the answers on your page and you say, well, I run a cleaning business here, or I have clients who
Mhm.
run cleaning businesses here. Here's the like the real screenshots of what it costs and all that kind of stuff. Like they're looking for the expertise.
Okay. I like that. Um, okay. I'm on it. Thank you, Matt. You rock.
Perfect. Yeah, no, you rock. We can chat later as well.
Yep.
Thanks, Vic.
But keep going.
Um,
Great.
okay, Kevin, hello. Thank you for waiting patiently.
Oh, that's fine. First of all, I've been following you for years. Thank you. You give a
Hell yeah.
lot of free content. I mean, everybody should be, and it's simple too. It's easy, simple, quick.
Well, thank you.
And I've implemented a lot of things over the years, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Um, so my question today is, I kind of took your lesson from Monday and did something a little bit different. I have a
Okay.
brand new website that went live like 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Congrats.
And so just watching what I'm watching, there's certain queries that come up and like a lot that I'm starting to rank for already. I'm not on page one, but I'm
Yeah.
I'm slot 28 and things like that. So yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yesterday morning, I wrote a piece kind of following the guidelines you gave. I kind of went. I've been running a real estate website for
Yeah.
almost 30 years. So I have a little bit of knowledge, not a lot, but I know a little bit. So yesterday I wrote a cornerstone piece that was about 5,000 words.
Yep.
And honestly, I banged it out in 4 hours with ChatGPT,
Dang.
um, and that included probably two infographics that ChatGPT did for me. And it's just, using that stuff is, I mean, when I started doing this
It's
stuff like
crazy.
15, 17 years ago, it was tedious. I actually sat on the beach on Saturday for a different article and wrote, and just, I made a infographic and I boosted it on Instagram. I got like 40 shares. I'm 40 uh, saves, which is
Oh,
huge
yeah.
for an $8 spend. So ChatGPT is a wonderful tool. So, anyways, do you think I'm on the right track building some cornerstone pages and then taking smaller articles and pointing it back to the big pages?
Um, I don't I don't necessarily agree with Cornerstone content because when it comes down to it, like if you have a 5,000 I actually want to see in the chat if you see 5,000 words on a page, are you reading all of that or are you going to find somebody who's going to give you the answer directly?
Okay,
Like I'm
so
genuinely curious.
I'm better off breaking it into much smaller posts or or in the future, breaking things down into much smaller posts. And then,
That's what I would where I would go with things. Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That was my big question.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kevin.
Okay. Thank you.
Cheers. Okay, let's go to who do we? Oh my God. Stop. Um, Colin.
Hello,
Hi. How are
can you
you?
hear me okay?
Yeah.
I'm from Scotland, so some of you
Hell
might
yeah.
struggle a little with my accent. Coming to the States on Saturday to Miami to
Oh,
see
nice.
my national team playing in the World Cup against Brazil.
Hell
So
yeah. That's
looking
sick. Do
forward
you
to
have good
that.
seats or what?
Yeah, right at it's in the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and we're right behind the goal, first row. Look out for us.
Dang.
We've got like scarves and stuff, like
That's
Scottish
sick.
scarves and all sorts.
Whoa.
Anyway, a wee bit starstruck because I've been following you for ages, and I I work in digital marketing, believe it or not, but this
Amazing.
SEO stuff's really new to me. There's a couple of things and something I kind of worked out myself, but I just wanted to ask you about this first of all. Um, I'm now ranking in AI for my blog that I created the other day, so that's good. I'm really pleased about that. Stoked.
The one that you wrote on Monday?
Yes, it seems
Dude,
to
wait.
be. It seems to be at the top. AI.
Let's not skip
Amazing.
over this.
Mhm.
This is amazing. You wrote a blog post on Monday. We are on Wednesday, and you were getting cited by AI.
Well, AI's picking me up. That's for sure.
Dude,
Um,
congrats.
thanks.
That's sick.
No,
Okay,
thanks.
sorry.
No, thanks to
I
you.
want to take a second to celebrate your win because we often like we're like, okay, on to the next. What do I do
Yeah.
next? And it's like that's fucking awesome, dude.
And listen, honestly, thanks so much. It's really, really good. One thing is I took over a business. It's a party balloon shop. So we do like party balloons for birthdays and various other sort of events and things like that. But
Okay.
aside from that, some digressing slightly. What I wanted to know is that blog that we did on day one,
Yep.
I went onto my Google Business Profile and created a little post from that article, which I asked ChatGPT to do. So it
Yep.
basically took the blog, created a shortened version almost of it, and it said, right, okay, add an image and put a learn more button on there, and then link it back to the blog page on your website. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if it
That's
seems
good.
very plausible.
That's
Is that a
good.
good idea?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can post that blog post again, obviously with different text in your Google
Uh-huh.
Business profile. For us, when we do our clients, we do like 2 to 3 Google Business profile
Mhm.
updates per week.
Well,
Yeah.
I just I was basically just thinking that out from what you were saying about the blog, and I thought, surely I can. I know that with Google Business Profile, it wants more useful information. It's not always about like call now, buy now, that type of thing when
Yeah.
you're adding a post. So sorry to detract a wee bit there, but I felt that it would be worth sharing that if it was good practice.
Yes, it is.
So I appreciate the endorsement of that. Um, the second thing is I've got an online shop. I've basically taken it offline because it's a disaster. I've got a Wix website and the pictures and everything on it are awful.
Hmm.
So I've kind of went through Fiverr. I've got a guy on Fiverr offering to do a custom website for Wix because the Wix website, if anybody's got a Wix website and has an online shop, they'll basically be aware of the challenges compared to something like Shopify. So I'm also looking at Shopify. Now, my question is that if I create a different URL with a button to say shop now to go to my online shop, would it be better to have a custom built Wix website with a Wix URL because I've got a Wix site already, or a Shopify website that goes to a Shopify URL? I'm trying to think what would be
Okay.
best in terms of what impact would it have on the main website's SEO, or would it have any impact on that?
If you have an online shop and you're already redoing everything, right? You don't care if
Mhm.
you're on Wix, right?
No.
Go to Shopify. Shopify is, and like your website's doing nothing as it is, not ranking.
Mhm.
You took it down, right?
Yes.
Rebuild it on Shopify. It's so easy to do on Shopify. And you can get somebody surely on Fiverr or
Fiverr.
in person to just build that out for you. Um, Shopify is the best e-commerce platform in the world,
Yeah.
right? Then you don't have to be like, oh, should I link from Wix to Shopify? Like everything's on Shopify. You can put blogs there. Their SEO is great. They have all the like schema markup and all that stuff that
Hmm.
Google is looking for. They have all of that in there.
So do you think I should move the whole website over to Shopify?
That's what I would
The
do.
whole thing? Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. And what about redirect? Sorry, I don't mean to get too technical for
It's all
people,
good.
but a redirect basically, for the purposes of the call, is where when you get a new website, a
Yep.
thing gets done in the background, a redirect, and what that does is it sort of protects
Okay.
your positions on
So
search engines.
so
And
if your site wasn't ranking at all,
no, my site was ranking. I'm outranking most of my competitors, but
oh,
it's the shop, it's the online shop, it's the problem. For getting orders. Sorry, I've been little bit confusing there. It's the
okay. So
online
you're
shop that I've
using
taken down.
Wix. You're using Wix as the front end, and then
Yeah.
like the shop is a different thing. Okay,
So,
I'm gonna
so the
change my
shop's
mind.
built into Wix just now, but what I was talking about was um looking at getting a custom built Wix site, shop, so that I
Yeah.
can sort of plug that into my main website from Wix, or
Yeah.
a Shopify site to plug
Do
into my
do
main.
do the Wix one. Just make sure it's on the same URL. Because sorry, I misunderstood the question
Yeah.
initially. If you're ranking and outranking a bunch of your competitors or everybody, don't change your main website. You can add like your Wix shop to that. Just make sure it's on the same domain.
Okay,
Cool?
that's solid. Aye. Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
No problem.
Cheers.
Cool. Cheers. Have fun in Miami.
I'll do
That
my
sounds
best.
amazing.
Kennedy wants to join me for a beer. I don't know where I'll be, but I'll be somewhere in Miami.
Amazing. I love that. Okay. Thank you,
Thanks.
Colin. Have fun at
Cheers.
the game. We'll chat soon. And don't forget to do SEO in between, what is it, in between rounds, periods? What do they do in halves in soccer? I clearly don't watch soccer. Tom, how the hell are you?
I'm good. About you?
Oh, fantastic.
You have a period without sneezing. I'll try to take advantage of it. So my question is about Google Business Profiles.
Yep.
So I have a bit. So I split my time between Ontario and New Jersey. I
Love it.
typically work out of a home office. My clients, I meet with clients via Zoom or Google Meet, and they're all over the world. But New York City is a target market. It is probably my top area of concentration of prospective and probably existing clients. I meet with clients in person from time to time. I don't really need to, but I can. And New York's not San Francisco. I can get there, more easily.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in setting up a Google Business Profile that has a physical location there. I've looked into like a WeWork site and everything. I'm also aware that Google has gotten tougher on establishing that it's not just a post office. I know I have the option of setting up
Yeah.
a service business without the address. I could do SEO where I do case studies that refer to Manhattan clients, and there's ways to
Yep.
look like I'm New York affiliated without being there. The question really is to net out the pros and cons to the extent that you can. If I were to say, look, there's a lot of upside if I can establish myself as a local presence, but I want to do it authentically. I'm willing to go, but I'm not there every day. And I'm happy to clarify if I'm leaving anything out. But what are your thoughts on how I should thread that needle? And I guess I'm wondering, are there clever ways of doing it that I haven't listed yet that you're familiar with?
I would so the way that I would do it is I would have a Google Business Profile in both areas. Um, and like maybe it could be the same business name actually. That should be fine. Um, location page on your website for both of those areas. And I'm pretty sure that Google is going a little bit easier on businesses that are at the same address, as long as you have to do like the video verification now. So you have to show yourself going into a building, all that stuff. If you could do that for not a lot of money, that would be my recommendation. Um, that's basically it.
When you say both locations, are you talking New York and New York and Ontario, or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So like, did you say New Jersey?
Yeah, I have residents in
Same.
New Jersey and Ontario. Yeah,
Okay. Where in Ontario are you? We talked before, right?
yeah, Georgetown for now.
Georgetown.
For a
Okay.
few more
Yeah,
weeks. So,
yeah. Yeah, that's what I like. Try opening one in both. I know before I was mentioning like just focus on one or the other. It's it's probably fine. It's just like more work for you to maintain both those Google business profiles.
well, does that dilute any of my presence to have multiple locations, or does it amplify it?
That it should amplify it
Okay.
theoretically, yeah.
And then if I do that, I could appear on the map search result in New York.
Yep.
Okay. With all of the attendant benefits of the authority that I build over time, or is that bifurcated?
Yes, with the authority, but you also need to like get reviews in both places.
Got it.
And
Okay.
because you're doing stuff mostly online, correct?
Yes.
So because you'll have to get people to leave reviews on both profiles. So
Mhm.
it's splitting the amount of total reviews that you're going to get on any one profile. So
Right.
there's a lot of stuff to consider there. It just really depends on like, where do you want to water the grass?
Right. Got it. Okay. All right. I
Make
guess
sense?
the follow-up question for that is, from what I understand, I could start service and then add the address. I could downgrade. I can adjust. I'm not sure whether I have to restart. I'm wondering if maybe it makes sense to kick this can 6 months down the road and determine whether I think it's worth it to put the
I
time
mean,
in.
maybe focus on like the Ontario one. I know you said you're moving out of Georgetown, but make sure like do that one possibly first. See how
Mhm.
much work it takes, see how quickly you can rank it or not, and then use that to determine before you're like, I'm gonna jump in with both feet, maybe dip a toe.
Right. Got it. Okay.
Cool.
Terrific. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Tom. Let's go to Jeff and then Tamara. Tamara?
Hey Matt, thanks
Hey.
for thanks for this week. It's been awesome, and
Hell yeah.
always like to get things done while we're going through the chat and everything else. So I talked to you last week. I don't know if you remember, but I've been in Rank Week a couple times now. I added
Yep.
my blog. I've actually done about 11 posts, and they weren't ranking. So when I went in and after I talked to you, I did a little bit more investigation, and I went into Google Search Console and added the URL inspection. And it goes, no, I haven't indexed any of these pages. So when I looked deeper into it, my sitemap for some reason stopped. And I think it's because I went from a cutesy blog name, maybe, when I added it to my Wix site, to just plain back to blog. And
Mm.
so just maybe a heads up for other people, like I was getting some trickling views, but now that the sitemap is up and running, I'm hoping that that'll fix things. And then just the one big question on that is I added the sitemap, but I also added the individual, like there's a blog post sitemap and
Yep.
just a pages sitemap. So I have 3 sitemaps. Is that good?
That's
bad?
fine. That's like preferable, but like Google, if you just put the one sitemap and that sitemap lists the rest of the sitemaps, that's also
Yeah.
fine to do.
Yeah, like I've got about 15 pages in total, and then the big sitemap says 15, and then the others 2 add up to that too. So I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
that's great.
Okay, that was it, and thanks
Amazing.
again. Just
Well,
the
thank you
tips.
for sharing that insight with everybody. That's amazing. Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks.
Tamara,
Hi, it's
that-
Tamra, but it's okay to call me.
Tamra,
Yeah,
Tamra. Okay.
I'm
Sorry.
like Tara.
Tamra.
So I'm in fertility and I have resources that people can pay for. So that was what my money page was. But a lot of my Google competition is like hospitals and like big blogs and super credible informational sites. Mine's my product is a special extra deep dive. So I'm trying to differentiate that. But then when I use the AI prompt, it's like, well, you want to have a lot of this information so that way you have the basics and the information in here. And I'm concerned that's going to dilute my money page. I don't know what to do.
The thing that we did today, did you do that on a blog post?
It is on a sales page.
Okay, so that's on a money page.
Mhm.
And when you say dilute, you're like, I don't want too much information on this page because then people won't buy.
Well, yeah, I don't want it to seem like it's just what they could have Googled, right?
That's the whole point.
Okay, let me
Like that's where Google's grabbing the information from, is like sites like yours.
So what it's suggesting is like I should add to this page that I should add like the basics of doing this methodology. It's like teaching you how to do something. But I should add the basics so it seems like it has more information to get it higher on Google, which is true. But I'm concerned about how to do that and then lose that it's an actual sales page.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're like, how do I make this not a blog post, basically?
Yeah.
So I would write a blog post that has the basics or whatever in it, and then on your sales page, it's like, if you don't know anything, like you can learn the basics here, and then you could link to that page.
Awesome. Okay, that makes sense. I appreciate it.
No problem. Is that everything?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes
And it's
me feel better because I just didn't
Tamra?
want to ruin it. Yep, Tamra.
Okay. Gotcha.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. These are great questions. Appreciate you. Cheers. And then Bill. Are you there, Bill?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm finding this absolutely fascinating. I'm in the UK, down in the southwest. We have a holiday caravan site here on our farm. So we farm and we let out nine caravans. I set up a website about 15 years ago on Weebly. And back then, I was ranking on the first page of Google for people searching for a holiday caravan in North Devon.
Yeah.
It worked really well, generated half my business probably. And the rest came from some advertising in a few magazines. Then Google changed the search algorithm in some way, and I just vanished really. And some of the people I advertised with, they were on the first page of Google for dog-friendly holidays and things like that, and they went down to about ranking at number 50 or something. And at that stage, I kind of gave up on trying to optimize the website for Google, so I didn't really know what to do. And I focused more as using it as a brochure that people could click on, find out about what we do, get information, get price lists and stuff like that, and doing more of my advertising in publications, which I reference the website. So now I'm thinking, right, now I've got to change that because I'm spending thousands of pounds on adverts. Advertising is getting more and more expensive. So I'm finding this stuff really interesting, and I'm going to join the insiders stuff.
Oh yeah.
I've got a lot going on, so whether I can get to all the calls, that's really going to be an issue for me, I think. So I pick up kids from college exactly when some of the calls are happening, I think.
Okay.
But
I'll
be there and I'll learn.
I love that. Did you have a question for today?
I did. I did a comparison between my homepage, because that's where everybody seems to land, and there's information about our site, comparing it with the top 3 that come up on Google.
Yeah.
And what was really interesting was the analysis seemed to suggest I needed a lot more information on that page, but I've got that information on other pages of my website. So do I need to get lots more information on the landing page to get Google to rank it? Or that was really the issue.
Yeah.
Everything it's asking for, I've already got, but it's just on different pages.
So my question to you is, like, go to your top 3 competitors, like who's ranking for that keyword, and see what the experience is like on their site, and be fully transparent, like, or fully honest, I should say. Like, is this a better experience than what you have? Right? Is the information laid out in a different, like in a better way? Is this information that maybe people are looking for on that page and they don't want to click around because it's not all in one place?
I think they're all vastly larger than me. So they're companies that have 50 caravan sites. I've got 9 caravans, so they've probably got 500 caravans. So and their websites look very slick. I don't really want my website to look slick because we're pretty basic here, and kind of old-fashioned, and I want it to look old-fashioned because that's what we are, and I don't want to give the wrong impression to customers.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we've got vintage caravans here, for instance, and
yeah. Well, think about it like there's a couple different things I want you to think about. Number one, if it looks like an old website,
yep,
are people going to trust it now, knowing that how easy it is to make a website and how sleek and professional everybody else's websites look? And I'm not saying that you need to make yours look like that, but I don't know how updated it is, all that kind of stuff. So you might be losing some trust there when somebody actually does land on your website because like this looks like it hasn't been updated in 15 years.
Yeah, they're probably. I get a lot of old people saying, "We love your website. It's really easy to read."
Okay. I mean,
I think you're right in many ways. I'm a bit of a luddite, so I want people to ring me up and send me stuff in the post. I don't want them to I don't want to be dealing with emails all day because I haven't got time to do that because I've got to be outside doing stuff on the farm. So I get people to contact me by ringing me up and leaving a message rather than sending me things. My kids, texting backwards and forwards all day. I just want to have a phone call, decide, take a booking, tell people what it's all about, and then go on to the next one. So I don't know.
So the other thing I might suggest is like if there are your competitors have like 500 caravans or whatever, and you have you said
25 sites as well.
Sorry?
So, well, they're big organizations that buy up people like me, and so they've got they might have one site with 100 caravans on, but they've probably got 50 different sites.
Okay, so
they're vast.
I would say like there might be keywords that you can look at, and maybe the type of people who want to stay at yours are looking for something a little bit more intimate, quiet, small.
They really are, yes.
Right. So that's the verbiage I would use, and that's the kind of content I would create is like this is an example, but like the benefits of peace and tranquility when going away or whatever it is, or like how this refreshes you, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I'm been trying to do. I mean, like I said, I haven't changed the site a lot. I've included loads of customers' comments on the site before we got into Google reviews and all this kind of stuff. And they were very positive, but now people are leaving comments on Google and TripAdvisor in the UK. Is it best if I get people to leave things on Google rather than TripAdvisor, or does it not matter?
I think they're looking for a mix. So you can ask one person like, oh, do you use TripAdvisor, Google, or Yelp, or whatever they are. And they could say, oh, I use this one. It's like, great, can you leave me a thing on that? And if they're like, oh, I can leave you a review on Google, you can do that as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've got loads of questions, but I guess they'll come out on the insiders thing.
Absolutely.
How does it work with the insiders? If you can't be there for a few weeks, have you missed the foundations?
No. So there's courses, or not courses, but like training in there that you can go at your own speed. They're very short, right? It's designed to help you make progress and get ranking. And then the calls, I don't want to say there's no new information on calls, but like if it's a work session or a Q&A session, like it would be beneficial for you to attend those, or at least watch the Q&A session and see what we talked about. But if you miss that stuff, it's not like you're falling behind because those questions come up again. We do that training again. Yeah.
I mean, just hearing people asking questions now on this rank week has been fascinating.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just raises more and more questions, really.
Absolutely. And like I love it too because it challenges me. Instead of me just being like, I know everything, I know how to do this, I'm like, oh, actually that's a really good point. Maybe I should think about it a little bit differently.
One of the things that someone asked, I think yesterday, and may have been today as well, with the blog we've created, I've created the blog, but I've not put it on the website yet.
Yeah.
You talked about it being visible or not visible or something or other.
It should be visible. Have a blog tab and then have the blogs be visible.
Right. And how important is it to really think through what blogs come on, or is it just a case of keeping on building them up in the right kind of area?
Yeah, I recommend doing 1 to 2 blogs per week.
Right, and don't worry too much about whether you've picked, because I have a tendency to think, oh, I've got to get this right before I do it. It's better to get on and do it, is it?
Yeah, get it up And like the thing is, if that blog post doesn't do anything, it's not harming you, right?
Yeah.
But it could be like, I'll give you an example. I used to do Facebook ads for clients, and every time we got a Facebook ads client, I would have to get on a 20, 30, 40-minute call with them. And like they screen share, I walk them through where to click, where to give me permission, what things to do, what selections to do. And I was like, I don't want to do that anymore because that takes up so much time and there's no value there. So I wrote a blog post saying how to add and remove users to Meta Business Profile and with screenshots, step by step, all this stuff. So even though that blog post wasn't meant to rank, I was still getting a ton of value from that. And so were other people because I was sending it directly to them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It certainly does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you. This is just fascinating stuff.
awesome. Thank you so much, Bill. I'll see you on the Insiders.
Look forward to it.
Cool. Cheers. Okay, so Chris is saying, what if it is a multi-vendor marketplace? How many blogs will they get flagged if vendors are posting all the time? Um, you don't want to let people post their own blog posts, Chris. You don't want to do that because people will just use your domain authority, push towards other stuff. Spammers are going to get in there, sell your backlinks, all this kind of shit. So Kenneth is asking, what's the difference between this current rank week versus the insiders? So the insiders is more, well, it's smaller groups, so you get your questions answered. You can make progress quicker. There's more accountability. Like rank week is just 5 days, right? And then you're on your own, you're doing your thing. We do give you a 30-day plan, or we help you make a 30-day plan on Friday. But the real pull of the insiders is we're all making progress together. And sometimes I have a crazy idea. I'm like, let's all try this like new thing. Like, let's all try to post in Facebook groups and see if that impacts the search results. And sometimes the experiments work, sometimes they don't work, but we're all kind of doing like this mass experiment together in some cases. But yeah, so the insiders it's just all the support that you need. And there's like, oh, let me just show you guys because like this is like I'm like, let me show you and not just tell you about this stuff. Hold on. Oh, I need to log in. Oh, fuck's sakes, hold on. I'm coming back. Okay. I'm just gonna show you like the different tools. So, and like I'm adding to this all the time. So these are the tools in the Hey Tony Insiders. There's a blog post writer, a blog idea finder, a money page doctor is what I'm calling it. Link gap analyzer to see if you have any like backlink gap with your competitors. Rank report card, topic cluster analyzer, so you can map out what Google thinks your site is actually about and what you're actually writing about. And then this one's not available anywhere else. Keyword conflict detector. This shows you if you're cannibalizing your own keywords. And if you don't know what that means, that's something that we explore in the insiders. And I'm going to be adding another tool here. I'm actually thinking of making like a MattBot 3000 where you can just like ask questions and then it'll pull all the information for you based on like my conversations, my thoughts, my book, like that'll all be in there. So that's something that is coming up as well. But yeah, this is the tools dashboard, if that makes sense. Sweet. So any questions regarding the insiders? Who's on the fence actually? Who's like, I don't know if this is for me? Suzanne joined on Monday. She's like, I didn't even realize there's all these tools. So everybody who's on the fence, why? Do you not want to rank? What's going on? Just got off the fence, Sarah said. The tools just sold me. I missed the $10 discount. Sorry, that was on Monday only. Is heykeywords.com part of the insiders? No, it is not. I may add something like a more scaled back version or give you guys a discount code though. It costs me money to run and I can't lose money on it, if that makes sense. Okay. Oh, whoa, this is going so fast. not my budget right now. Definitely seems worth it. I would say, Kathy, don't wait. Start optimizing, get customers, and then it'll be like this much of your budget. Can you see how close my fingers are together? Um, timing is an issue. California, what times are the meetups? I'm not a morning person. That's unfortunate, Sarah. They are earlier in the day. Um, and because we have people all over the world, it's kind of hard to change that time. When is the next door open, insiders? Maybe towards the end of the year. I don't have anything planned at the moment. Um, Niobe's on the fence, wants to process what I've learned so far before delving in further, as it will be a month before I can join. You won't be able to join in a month. But I appreciate what you're saying. You don't want to get overwhelmed with all this stuff. Um, you're on the fence because you're only starting out. Evita, you're my favorite type of person to have in the insiders. If you're just starting out, you're going to have the best questions, and you're going to make the most progress the quickest. There's somebody in there, Maritza, who's an insider. She just started her website from scratch. Like she's just starting out, and she has made so much progress so quickly. Like I'm talking about like a month and a half, 2 months. She has her new website up. She built it herself. She's optimizing it. She's always asking questions. She's always looking at everybody else's page. It's amazing. And if you guys want to see like any of the costs or anything like that, just click on the link. Like literally everything's there. How important is humanizing blog posts? When I run my article through AI detection tool, it shows 100 plus AI generated. We don't want to humanize our content. We want to write human content and have AI just take our words and frame it in a way that is coherent. Does that make sense? So what we did on Monday, Rami, is we got AI, we got ChatGPT or Claude to pull from us information, and then it took that information and formatted it nicely. We are writing for humans, we are writing with human experience, and AI is a tool. I don't want to hear the word humanize content. Every piece of content you should have should be from you. It shouldn't just be random like AI slop, right? And AI detection tools are shit. Don't use those. Just don't even use it. So Elizabeth is on the fence because I actually need an employee who can do this work for me because of the time commitment. Is there great ongoing value to me as an attorney running my own practice to do this? Elizabeth, if you have 1 hour per week, you will be able to use this. You'll be able to do this and make progress. If you want to have an employee sign up, you can also do that as well. There's a couple people in the group who are like assistants or employees or anything like that, or something like that, I should say, who are basically doing this for the business. And it's much cheaper than hiring an SEO person. Trust me, I run an SEO agency. How can I create unique content for unique? How can I create unique content for home improvement services exactly like we did on Monday? I'm worried that I won't have time to take advantage of it properly because of all my other commitments. I mean, the biggest thing that I've learned is that if you don't spend time talking about your business and marketing your business, I don't care if it's SEO, guys, by the way, whether it's social media or email marketing or literally just going around handing out flyers, like if you're not spending time, a little bit of time every day or every week talking about your business, nobody is, right? That is the best thing that you can do. And Ellie, I know you might have other commitments outside of work. That's totally fine as well. I'm asking for 1 hour a week. If you can commit to 1 hour a week, you can make progress. Christine's traveling for 3 more weeks and doesn't think timing is great. I mean, you could join and then start your calls after that. Start doing everything after that. How can I create? Okay, already went there. Go on, give us another code. Colin, I don't have another code. It was $10 off. And you missed it on Monday. That was the bonus. How can I create unique content? This person keeps asking the same question. Guys, I'm going through. Oh my God, there's so many questions here. Is there a time limit to join? I mean, can we join at any time? I'm closing the doors on Friday. Yeah, why only 1 day for the code? Because that was the bonus to sign up for day one. Is it interesting to join if we were advanced? I mean, we'll have more interesting conversations, but the entire group isn't that advanced, if that makes sense. But I love having advanced people in there. There's a couple of people who I'm like, that's really sick, the thing that you're doing, and then we learn from each other. uh, if I hire someone else to build my Wix website, where can I learn how to rebuild it? I don't know. Is it just beneficial for beginners as some for beginners as someone for beginners as someone for a little more in intermediate or advanced? I'm curious how much it's geared towards beginners. I'm not just starting out. I mean, Tony, if you are not just starting out, then I think you'll get more. Oh my God, what am I trying to say? I'm like exhausted now. I think you'll get more benefit out of it from the oh my God, the Q&A. I was gonna say FAQ calls. The Q&A calls with me on Friday, where you can ask me like very technical questions, whatever you want, or even with Denroy or Elliot, ask them to like the technical questions, and they'll have that insight. And then on Mondays, it's literally accountability. You show up and we work on SEO. You could either do what I'm saying, or you could work on something else, but that hour is for you to actually make progress with your SEO. So even if you're more advanced, like it's not geared towards SEO professionals at all. I want somebody who has never done SEO before, who is struggling with their business, who wants to do this stuff, and I can provide the most help there. Does that make sense? Not just with those people, but like anybody who doesn't know a lot about SEO, we can get a lot of progress happening. Do high level websites rank okay? Not sure. Yeah, they rank okay. Um, let's see here. Okay, a lot of questions. Oh shit. I just realized it's been like an hour and 45 minutes I've been on this call with you guys. What percent of SEO insiders become clients of mine? None. I don't want people to graduate and pay me more money. Justin's like, I know you're still here. Go home. What time of day is the insiders? 10 a.m. Can you close it at 11:59 p.m. on Friday? Yes, that's when I'm going to close it. Um, Hold on. Let's see. Got a question from emails. Is there assistance to create landing pages in the Insider program? Leanne talks about SEO and website design. So Leanne Jones is the best person to ask about that stuff. It is USD priced. Yeah, that is it for today, guys. Tomorrow, I'm telling you right now, you guys are all still here, so I know that you're serious about SEO. Obviously, join the insiders. But tomorrow, we are going to be doing something even easier than we did today. And this just shows you like SEO gets easier as we go. You're gonna have a great time tomorrow. Have fun. Have a great Wednesday. 2 more days of rank week. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate all of you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.